For spring break, I decided there was no better way to spend it than shiny hunting on the beach. Made a couple sandwiches and set off to find whatever I could in the next couple hours. It wasn't long into my first sandwich when I got attacked by this random Gyarados, who I was nowhere near, but it seemed like he might be protecting something. Since the Gyarados wasn't shiny, I decided to run. I escaped the battle easily and took a few steps to find a golden fish. With the Johto games being my favorites in the series, I've encountered plenty of shiny Gyaradoses through my journeys. But never to this point found a shiny Magikarp. With one giant flop, he landed in my lap though. My Breloom would hop on his floaty that he loves so much. And after a little bit of deliberation, we decided to use a luxury ball for this golden fish so he could live his best life and a life of luxury. With one critical capture, he was now part of the family. With him added to the party, we were off for our next encounter. With the day ending, that sandwich was up, so I had to make a new one. I would run all over the beach in the late afternoon, searching for anything. There was a lot of Mareanie on the beach, but none of them were shiny. And Meryl, looking just as confused. And a Slowpoke, a Crabrawler, but still no shinies until I rounded the corner and saw this guy. He looked like he wanted to fight, so I gave him what he asked for. This guy looked vicious, and with him running right at me, I didn't have a chance to save beforehand, so I knew I had to make this count. I would try a repeat ball, and got very lucky with it. Now we set off for our next encounter, with no idea what we would come across. But it wasn't long before this little green guy showed up. Psyduck just walking up in there like he's the shiny. But no. This little green girl was destined to join this team. I've always wanted a shiny Dreadnought. Never had an encounter with one. But now I would finally have that opportunity. Just have to catch it. But this Choodle was not going to make it easy. I tried to get it in a Dust Ball because I felt like that would match the best. After a couple attempts, we had another shiny in our collection. We'd have to make another sandwich. And then we were back to hunting. I had found quite a few shinies so far, but hadn't quite found the one I was really looking for. One of my favorite shinies of all time is a shiny Mareanie. I was really hoping I'd be able to come across one. Luckily, not long into this sandwich, I caught a glimpse of what looked like a Mareanie. I rode my bike dragon over to it, and sure enough, there she was. After making sure I saved, just in case, I started my encounter. This would be the most difficult encounter of this entire video. I started off trying to hit it with a Stun Spore, forgetting it would probably have Limber. So that was a waste of a turn. But all it used was Recover, so it didn't really matter. I thought a repeat ball might look pretty good with it, so I tried that first. But without even a single shake, it broke free. I would keep repeating the repeat ball until eventually it worked. And I got the crit capture. And with that, one of my favorite shinies was finally part of my team. We would make yet another sandwich and head off, not really sure what we're hunting for at this point. But then I see a golden shovel sticking out of black sand.
And who doesn't love a sandcastle? Make my way over to this gorgeous beast and start the encounter. Now leading with my Annihilape, I decide to use a luxury ball, because this sandcastle looks like it leads a life of luxury. It breaks out of the first one, denying my love, and then trying to hit me with a sand attack, so maybe I'll miss with the next Pokeball. All this sand was starting to get to me, but I wouldn't be deterred. Another luxury ball on its way, and he did not want to stay at all. Hit me with another sand attack, like it would really make me miss the Pokeball. He was trying to get out of it, but I would not be deterred. I decided to bring back Annihilape and send in October so I could try a Stun Spore and see if that would help. It was relentless with its sand attacks though. Shouldn't be surprised with a Pokemon named Sandygast. I attempted the Stun Spore, but of course after the sand attacks, it missed. And then another sand attack. This relentlessness by Sandygast was getting absurd. Another luxury ball, but another breakout without a single shake. This time he hit me with Sand Tomb. Guess he thought my accuracy was low enough. I was beginning to question if I would even be able to get this guy in a luxury ball. With only 6 left, I had to make them count. 1, 2, and broke out again. I was not ready to give up, but Sandygast was definitely putting up a fight. The relentless nature of his sand attacks just kept coming. And I couldn't land a Stun Spore because of all the sand attacks. So I was just gonna have to get lucky with a Pokeball. With my luxury account getting low, I had to pray, so I bowed my head to Arceus himself, and with a crit capture, we got him. And with that, our spring break was over.
And with that, our shiny hunting journey was over. We had a Dreadnought, a Toxapex, a Fish, Sandygast, and Carbomino. Not a bad trip to the beach.
Thanks for coming along.